Hey everyone, welcome to my library. My name is Melissa, and today I am coming to you with part 2 of my of my big book haul. I did the first part of this and uploaded hopefully a couple days before this video, and this is a new day. Obviously I'm in a different outfit, but I'm here to film the romance section of the book haul. So yeah, these are all my romances that I've accumulated over the past 4 months or so. A lot of them are just one author's books because I've decided she's one of my absolute... Oh, by the way, Sam is awake and he's just rolling around in his walker and causing mayhem, and Andrew's in charge of watching him while I film. But you're gonna probably hear weird baby noises of some kind throughout the course of the video. So hopefully you guys don't mind that too much. He's a talker though, so yeah, I'm sure he will make his presence known. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with that big book lot that I bought on eBay of this author because she has become one of my favorites and I want to own all of her books. So the author, if I haven't made this obvious in previous like wrap-ups and stuff, is Mary Balogh. So this is the first in the Westcott series. It's called Someone to Love by Mary Balogh. So they actually did a reprint, like a new cover to this book that I've seen at Barnes & Noble in the new romance paperback size. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not a mass market paperback and it's not a trade paperback. It's kind of in between. And the cover is beautiful. I love the new cover to this book, but I wanted the mass market, so yeah, so I have this cover. But yeah, so actually this is the book I'm probably going to start with because I am interested to read the Westcott series. So yeah, this is the next one. Okay. All of these are Mary Balogh, so I'm just going to say the title from now on. But the next one I got is First Comes Marriage. And I believe this might be the first in the... Yeah, this is the Huxtable trio, or maybe it's more than a trio. But this is the Huxtable series, and yeah, this is the first one in the series. First Comes Marriage. The next one, At Last Comes Love. And let's see what number this is in the series. This looks like it's the third one. So there's that. This one I think is just a standalone. So yeah, this is The Ideal Wife. I really like this cover a lot. It's got like the raised lettering and everything to it. So there's this one. This cover is epic though. Honestly, this old school type of cover is probably my favorite. Irresistible. And I don't know if this is just a standalone as well, or if it's like a reprint from when she, like if she wrote for Harlequin or something. No, it looks like it's just a straight up like standalone novel. So there's that. Okay, Devil's Web. I know this is part of a series. So the first in the series is Web of Love, which I actually have right here. So Web of Love. I love these covers too. They're so pretty. And then the second one in the series is The Gilded Web, which I believe I have as well in here somewhere, I want to say. Oh no, I don't. Never mind. The third one in the series is the one I just showed, The Devil's Web. And then The Secret Pearl, which I also have, is in the series. This is probably one of my favorite covers, actually. I just really like it. I like the pearls all over the cover, so that's cool too. So yeah, so those are those in that series. So some of these are kind of like I own most of it, but not all of the series, which is okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, so here's some more. The next one is, this one has a step back, and it's Truly. And here is the step back. So awesome. So there's that. Not a lot of Mary Balog's books have step backs, so that's fun to actually own one. Okay, and then here's a series. This is the first in the series, More Than a Mistress. I have seen this recommended to me by Natasha on Instagram. Or not Natasha, oh my gosh, Nadia. Sorry, Nadia. Yeah, I know that she's recommended this book, super broody hero from what I remember. And so, yeah, I'm excited to own this. I love the top hat that she has. So yeah, there's this one. And then the next one is No Man's Mistress. And then I am not sure if there's another in the series with this book. One Night for Love. I don't know if I have that, but yeah, so there's these two in that series. And then this is another book with a step back, which is so fun. And this is an awesome cover too. So this is Heartless. And then here's the step back. Awesome. This is probably my favorite step back that I have of hers. So, and I love the like lace detail in the front. So pretty. So, okay guys, those are all my Mary Balogs. So many. I'm happy to own them all though, because yes, she is definitely a favorite author of mine now. I've read her Simply series, Simply Love, Simply Perfect, all of those, and I love them all. And so anyways, now that I've read multiple books of hers, multiple series of hers, I can confidently say she's a favorite of mine. So yeah, happy to own all of these books, and I'll get them out of the way now. Okay, so now moving on to all the other romances I've picked up. It's actually not that many, so this shouldn't be too long of a haul. But the next one is from an author that I showed in my previous haul video, who writes Canadian historical fiction, and she's wrote my favorite book of 2022 so far, Bluebird. Her name is Genevieve Graham, and when I was looking into her backlist, I discovered that she actually wrote historical romance as well, and I was mind blown about that fact and had to buy one of them. This is the first in a series actually, and it's called Under the Same Sky. Beautiful cover, I love it. Basically, and it's so funny because I actually, like, when I bought this book, I posted it on a story on Instagram and tagged Genevieve Graham, and she responded to my story, and she was like, oh my goodness, how did you find that book? It's been out of print for years and years. It's actually one of the first books I wrote, and I hope you enjoy it, but it's definitely different from what I write now. And I can't believe she responded to me, first of all, and then to like kind of like tell me all that knowledge about this story was cool too. So I think she's not like, I think she's just a little bit like, hey, just so you know, this is different from what I normally write now. So but from the back of the book, basically she was heavily inspired by Outlander writing this story. And she said she needed more of this kind of story in her life, and so she decided to write it herself. I think they were like, it was in the middle of one of the earlier books of Outlander series, like she was waiting for the next one to come out and decided she would write one herself. So yeah, it's a time travel Scottish Highland story, so that's really fun. So yeah, obviously I had to buy it. So happy to own this. Okay, the next one, so there's this lady, I'm switching up my, my seating position here. So there's this lady on Facebook, who the Bookish Bryants have introduced me to, who sells super old school romance books and family sagas for super cheap. And, so occasionally I'll go look at her shop and see if there's any that interest me. So one of the books I bought from her I bought this for the cover and the title. It's The Lady and the Lawman by Joyce Brandon. So this cover is awesome. Anyways, I just had to. I had to. So yeah, this is, I guess, a Western and set in the 1880s in the frontier. And I'm not sure what else, but it sounds like it's gonna be awesome. And I just couldn't resist the cover. And it's like yellow sprayed edges, and it's in such good condition as well. So yeah, I had to pick this one up. Okay, and then I should have stuck these in my family saga section of my book haul, but yeah, they got, I think because they are mass market paperback size, I think they just kind of got lumped in with my romances, so I'll just show them here. They're cool though. The first one is The Immigrants by Howard Fast. I've actually hauled this book before in the hardcover version, but I found this amazing edition of it in the library book sale for $1 on the sticker. And I had to buy it. Like, it was so cool. And because the second book in the series is in the exact same edition, in the same exact quality, like no crack on the edges or anything. Like, these are awesome editions of this series, and this is a series that I really want to start probably next year. I just think that it'll be something that I love, hopefully. So yeah, I'll show like the wraparound because it's so cool. So yeah, obviously this is like a American family saga, probably some sort of like dynasty building story. Here's the next one. Here's the wraparound. Obviously, this one is probably like some sort of war, World War II. So there's that. I see a doctor, so I'm intrigued. Okay. Okay, so yeah, those are those. Okay, so here's another one I bought from that lady on Facebook. This is Papa's Wife. And this is by Thyra Farah Bjorn. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. But okay, the reason I bought this book, and it will be obvious, is there's the blurb on the front that says, "In the romantic tradition of The Sound of Music, the beautiful story of the young servant girl Maria who captured the heart of a reluctant bachelor minister." Yes, everything about that description is so like right up my alley. Actually, the romance between Maria and the Baron in Sound of Music. Oh my gosh, he's not a Baron, but what's his name? Captain Von Trapp, of course. Yeah, their romance is actually one of my favorites because it's so like unexpected, and the turn that both of them take to kind of realize that they love each other it's just so cute. And so I'm hoping I'll get the same with this story. It's obviously a huge age gap story as well. And it says, all the girls had crushes on the handsome, silver-tongued preacher, but he was determined to remain a bachelor forever. Then Maria took matters into her own hands. She moved right into the same house with him as his maid. So began one of the most delightfully unconventional courtships in the history of fiction. Yes. And this is actually the first in his series as well, so if I like it, there's more to come. And obviously, like, this book has kind of seen better days, but I'm happy to own it and to read it surely soon because the plot is just so awesome to me. So yeah, there's this one. This was a book gifted to me by Kitsune. I'm not sure if that's how you say it correctly or not. She's very active on my Discord. She's so sweet, and she ended up buying me a book from my wish list maybe a month or so back, and that is The Bride by Julie Garwood. So yeah, this is the new paperback. And yeah, I mean, I am so happy to own this. I still need to read Julie Garwood. I've never read her, and it's such a shame because I know she's so well beloved. And anyways, yeah, so I'm sure I'll get to it soon. Either this or The Secret. I'm not sure which one to read first. So if you guys have any opinions on that, let me know. I own both now, so yeah, I can start with either. But thank you so much. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. So there's that. Okay, the last two are just romances, but they're not historical romances per se. The first one, and honestly, this one's more like a romantic suspense, I think, but that is the first in the Crew of Hunters series by Heather Graham. Phantom Evil is the title. I have seen this recommended so many times by both Sarah at The Bookish Knitter and Storm at Storm Reads. Both love this series. And so it's been on my radar for a while to either find at a bookstore or ebook, some way, somehow to read this book. I've also heard the audiobook is really good, but actually it's not available on my Libby for some reason. I can only find it on Audible. So anyways, when I found it on in Half Price Books and in such good condition, I decided that I would grab it. Okay, the next book in, and the last book in this haul is a book that I'm actually currently reading, and it's, I guess I lumped this in the romance section because I didn't know for sure which way to classify it, but that is The Year in Between by Christina Moreland. So this is a Sense and Sensibility retelling, and it's basically capturing the year that Jane Austen quickly kind of skims over in the last chapter of Sense and Sensibility, where Eleanor and Edward get married, and then a year later, Colonel Brandon and Marianne get married. And so this story is kind of elaborating on what happened in that year, how like Colonel Brandon and Marianne ended up falling in love, and also the first year of marriage with Edward and Eleanor. And so I'm almost 100 pages in, actually. It's a huge book. It's almost 700 pages. It's huge. And it's actually indie pubbed as well, so that's cool. But yeah, I am really enjoying it. Super impressed by the writing, and will definitely continue. And it's finally a Austen retelling that I can get behind. I really loved The Other Bennet Sister. That's a really good one, but I haven't found a lot of others that I've enjoyed enough to read before DNFing. So luckily this has passed the test so far. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, thought I'd kind of show that off at the end of this book haul. But yeah, that is the end of my romances. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books, if you want to add any of these to your TBR. But with all that being said, please like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye!